Hi, everybody. It's Lisa. I've come on a few minutes early because I know this is totally not what we were supposed to be doing. So I'm going to give you a second to catch up with me because remember on the live, I'm ahead of you about 8 to 10 seconds versus when you can see it. So let me grab my iPad. Let's see here if I can refresh this and see if it's going to go. Let's see if it's working. Hi, Patty. There's last 2 minutes are going. Yes, I know. I was trying to see what you said, Patty, and I missed it. So I'm trying to check it on my iPad here. Hold on a second. These last 2 minutes are going so slowly. Well, I decided to come on early because I know this was a big change. Hi, Katie. How are you? All right. So look at this. I'm watching it and I'm already getting commercials. Gotta love YouTube. All right. So I've got this up on my desk. Good to see you guys. Let me set this down. I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to get on because I know I came on early and I'm really hoping that a lot of people will still join us. I've had to move from Facebook over to here. And if you've been on our VIP Facebook page and you've been wondering why I've been so quiet, is because we're having technical issues with Facebook. And I am not able to comment or share or do anything right now. It's really a pain. Oh, if you guys would do me a favor, leave me a comment and let me know if you can hear me. Katie's from Kennewick. Katie, I've got something fun to share with you. My husband's from Walla Walla. Originally born and raised, lived there all his life until he left to go to the military. So when I see Kennewick, I'm like, oh, I know where that's at. He still has a brother living in Walla Walla and has another brother in Tri Cities and one in Seattle. How we ended up in Florida, you can thank the military. Susan says, I can hear and see you very well. Oh, great. Hi, Anne. I'm glad that you joined me too. Wonderful. Good. There's people here with me. I was so concerned over this change that I would be by myself, and I don't want to be by myself. Okay. And so, for those of you that are here with me for the very first, yes, Susan, Walla Walla, Washington, yes. For those of you that are here watching for the very first time, welcome to Live with Lisa. Those of you that are back, I am so glad that you're here with me. All right. So, I need to warn you if this is your first time. This is nothing like a typical YouTube. We are in a private, unlisted channel here within YouTube. So it's just us. This is meant to be very, very informal. I'm going to chat with you as if you were right here in the room with me. And those of you that have watched me on Live with Lisa before know that it's very laid back. I'll make mistakes. I'll say things as if we were friends sitting next to each other. So please sit down, relax. I hope you've got your favorite beverage nearby, maybe a hot chocolate for those of you that it's getting cooler. Definitely not getting cooler here in Florida. It was a high of 92 degrees today. We still put up our fall stuff and we hope for pumpkins. What can I tell you? Those of you that have chimed in here at the live, make sure you sign into your YouTube account, which is your Gmail address. It's the only way that you're going to be able to chat. Otherwise, I can't see your comments. Okay. The great thing about the replay is if you need to watch later, all the live chat will be there if you're on a desktop version, so you can come back and read all that good stuff too. I see you guys chat with each other. It's so exciting. All right. I think it's 8 o'clock straight up and down. I'm looking for my clock. Yep. Actually, I think it's 8:01. Not so bad, huh? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a prize patrol tonight. Let me grab my little tin and my list. So what happens is everybody who has earned Live with Lisa automatically is in the drawing, whether you're here live or for the replay, it doesn't matter. So all your names are on a piece of paper. Google has assigned a number to each one of you. And then Google chose 4 random numbers. And even though I wrote those numbers down on little tickets in my little prize tin here, I did not match them up. So I'm going to be surprised, just like the rest of you, to see who wins. Okay, so let's grab a first prize. Oh, I know you guys are going to like this. I have a package of basic adhesive backed sequins. So you guys are chatting. So I'm so close to Lisa's relatives. Yeah, and you are. Hi, Megan. I'm glad that you're here. Now listen, Megan is here for fun. She is off duty tonight. I'm here because there's not that many of us and I can see your comments. So if you've got questions, make sure you chime in. I'll check my iPad from your time to time. All right, back to the prize patrol. Basic adhesive back sequins, lots of fun colors, glue dots already on the back. All right, so 4 numbers are in here. Let's see who Google picked. I'm going to pull out just one of those first. I'm going to lock up the 10 so I don't miss the rest of you. And the winner of the sequence is number 16. Hi, Linda. Okay, number 16 is right here on the list. It is Christine Robinson. Congratulations, Christine. Those of you guys have been here before, you know that I take the little number and I literally tape it to the front of the product so we make sure that Christine gets exactly what's hers. So congratulations to you, Christine. Those will go out in tomorrow's mail. Put those in my little prize pile. I'm saving this because we have more prizes to give away tonight. I'm also going to let you know I'm throwing in a little extra goodie for those prize winners tonight. I like to kind of clean out my stash. So sometimes I have extra small photopolymer stamp sets from Paper Pumpkin. Sometimes I have extra notepads I've made, sometimes extra pencils, whatever I got. I like to throw them in there and give them to you guys so you can enjoy them. Who better to get them but you, right? All right, so let's get started stamping on our very first project. I'm going to turn the camera down and then we'll get going. Here we go. Okay, let me see and get you guys all zoomed in here. Congratulations, Christine. Thank you, Patty. That's so sweet. All right. I'm looking at my iPad. I said hi to Linda, hi to Ann, hi, Katie, Susan, Patty. You guys are all here. Yay, what fun. Okay. We are going to start first with the card base. This is a little different than normal. So I've got my card base here, and I'm going to need to bring in a piece of scrap or paper. This is my grid paper. Don't look, I used it already. I got to fix this camera. It's uber crooked, and I can't see if you guys are commenting. Okay, there we go. We're going to do some background stamping on here first, and I'm going to be using basic gray ink. This is probably an ink you haven't used once before, or not very often, but I like this color, especially when I find that basic black, or in this case, the Memento, is too dark. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp off to create some texture on here. And the textured stamp that I'm using right here, isn't this cool? I love these little splotchy things because when can you not use splotches? This comes from the stamp set called Artisan Textures. And I'm really loving these because it's really, really versatile. If you don't have a lot of embossing folders, this is a great way to get some texture to the back of your cards. Hi, Ruth. I'm glad that you're here. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here with me too. All right, so I'm going to ink this up in the basic gray and I'm going to stamp off. And I'm going to put some splotchies up here. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing now down here. Ta-da. We got a little bit of corner going on. All right, I'm going to tap that off. It's good that you're here with me. I'm so glad. My scrub is off camera, so bear with me there. We're done with this, so I'm going to set this aside. All right, we're going to come back to this. But what I've got next is a thick piece of Whisper White cardstock. Hi, Sue Pearson. I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. I am going to do some stamping on here. I die cut this before you guys joined me because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but this is a very tight corner that I actually stamp in. But I got that stitch square from the Stitched Shaped dies. Love these. So you get 4 sizes of the stitched squares, ovals, and circles. If you don't have this, this is by far my favorite die set in my entire stamp studio. Use it all the time. And those little stitch lines are really, really trendy right now. So I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see a little better. Let that camera settle. I'm going to come here to my Memento black ink pad. Anne says she loves that stamp set. I know, isn't it great? And I've got my little Frankenstein guy here. Now listen, even if you don't do Halloween, because I get people who say that to me, you are going to love the layout of this card. So hang with me, okay? So I just couldn't resist that little face. He's so cute. I've got 3 great nephews, and I make them Halloween cards every year, and it's kind of like the highlight of their mailbox. So I'm going to stamp this. I'm trying to get it as straight as possible, all the way here over to the right-hand side. We're going to leave a little room on the left. Okay, so there we go. We got our little Frankenstein. I'm setting that stamp off camera. While I've got that ink pad out, let me just slide this for a second. I've got a small piece of Highland Heather cardstock. And is it Highland Heather? Am I lying? It's sure. Well, I think it is Highland Heather. It is. And I pulled out the words booty you. Say, I told you, I warned you, this is going to be very informal. This is nothing like a YouTube live. All right. And I'm going to ink up the booty you with a Memento. And my head is super far. I don't want to put it in the camera. Am I close? Somebody tell me. Let's just go for it. Hey, not bad. Not bad. They say Thursday is like the new Friday. I think I just proved that. All right, I'm going to set that off to the side as well. All right, let me cap up my ink pad. We're not going to need that, but let's do just a tad of coloring on here. I am not going to color the whole thing. You guys know that's like watching grass grow. So I'm just going to go over some highlights on how to use the Stampin' Blends. I don't care how many times you may watch this being done. everybody tells me they learn something new every single time. So for those of you that are new to the alcohol-based Stampin' Blends markers, I'd like to give you a few tips. You can use the light or the dark of the shade first. It doesn't matter which one. It's completely up to you. It's just a matter of preference. I'm going to use the dark today because I'm feeling a little bit like a rebel. I'm going to come in. I'm going to use the thick tip today, even more like a rebel. I'm just going to be quiet and just kind of color here. Oh, I think I need a new marker. You guys see that tip is not looking so good, is it? I use the heck out of my Stampin' Blends. Okay, I got to switch. I'm going to go get my new set out when you guys are done with me tonight. I actually keep a backup of all the colors I have because that is how much I use them. So I'm going to add dark primarily on one side. And I'm going to go right over those fingers because they're going to be green too. Oh, Ruth says she loves the tips on these markers. Good, I'm glad. I love these. I very rarely use any of my dye-based markers anymore because you don't have to blend with them. You can use them individually. Now I'm going to try this tip. Let's try this one. I'm going to pull the dark into the center because I want these two areas to blend. I don't want it to be where you can see where one ends and the other begins. Remember, it's very important that you allow that alcohol to evaporate so that you can see the true color. If you go too quickly, you're going to have a muddy mess, which means it's going to start to seep outside the stamped lines. Now, I've got the ceiling fan on in here tonight pretty high, so I'm kind of hoping it's going to dry quickly. That's just a little YouTube thing because, I don't ever want to wait too long, especially when you're all watching. So I'm pulling those colors together to try to get an area that's blended and not actually a line. So that's pretty much how that goes. Now, about 8 to 10 seconds it's going to take or so for that completely to evaporate. And then when it does evaporate, you're going to get the true color. But do you see how there's like some shading? This is just so simple, so simple. And again, you can use them alone. I love these because you don't have the streaks that a regular dye-based marker leaves behind. So I absolutely love that. All right, so you get the idea. All right, let me move him off to the side. And I've got one, poof, magic of live TV, all done. Isn't he cute? Now, I want to show you one other thing on here. I'm going to put my scratch paper underneath here because I think I might be a little zealous. He looks like he's floating, so let's give him a little bit of ground. This is the light smoky slate Stampin' Blends. I'm going to work up underneath here. I'm going to create a shadow. But it's too dark for me. And this is where the color lifter comes into play. You should all have this if you have Stampin' Blends markers. Not only will this help push the color back with inside the lines, it's actually going to lighten it. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to go right over that. And again, just like before, you got to let the alcohol evaporate so that you're going to get more of its true tone. It's going to look more light, a little bit more like a shadow than it does like a harsh line after we give it some time. All right, so there's our little Frankie guy. All right, we got lots more fun things to do with this card. I'm going to set this off to the side along with my greeting for right now. Stick that over there. The next thing I chose to do is I took a piece of basic black cardstock. And on here, I wanted to use the corrugated embossing folder. That's this one. I love, love, love this folder. Now, this is one of those thicker ones. It's a 3D. And you're going to find that if you use this embossing folder on cardstock, it's going to have some stress lines in it. And it's actually going to look like it's going to tear right here, and actually can. So I want to give you a very important tip. The tip is to use the Stampin' Spritzer. So what I did is I bought these Stampin' Spritzers. We sell these. There's tap water down inside. I hold this over an area I really don't care, and I mist the front and the back. So it's slightly damp. Now I use that word very carefully, slightly damp. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stick it in your embossing folder. Now what I did on this one is, look what, I put it in on an angle. This is a great way to use your embossing folders outside their normal use so that you can get a little extra added texture. Hi, Jean. I'm glad that you're here. I know you had a hard time figuring out how to chat, but you logged in and you're here. Yay, so happy. Now, because it needed some drying time, I did that ahead of time, and I've got one here. See, magic of TV, isn't that wonderful? All right, so we're going to use that, but I'm going to set that aside. Then what I did is I brought in the rectangle stitched dies that are here. Let me move you out just a smidge. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but my dog is standing outside the door and she's crying because I got the door closed. If you hear her, holler at me and I'll open the door and let her in because she's being a pest. I love, love, love these. Second favorite die set in the studio because I love the graduated sizes, and those little stitch lines are really trendy. This, I actually die cut the exact same shape with two different colors. Basic gray, which was that ink we used, And this is Granny Apple Green. Love that color. We've got our pieces. We're ready to assemble now. This is the Boo to You stamp set that I'm using. It is in the holiday catalog. I could not resist those adorable little faces. But again, if you're not into Halloween, make sure you hang with me because you are going to love the layout for this card. All right, so let me push these off to the side. And let's start by working from the bottom up. So do you remember this? This was the card base. I'm going to move you out just a little bit more so you can kind of see a little bit more of the card. There we go. I've got my silicone craft sheet here. It helps if I turn on my little fancy light. All of a sudden it got brighter, didn't it? Oh, gosh, I got so carried away talking, I forgot about that. All right, let's start with the gray one. I want my stitch lines to look more predominant, so there is a right and a wrong side. If you look carefully, you can see it. So I'm going to flip this upside down. I've got my snail adhesive here, and I'm going to add it generously around the perimeter of this little die. And you're going to see why I'm being way more generous than might not normally be. This is going to go like so. Never be afraid to tip the elements of your card. It creates a lot of visual interest. Now remember, we made another one in Granny Apple Green. So we've got that one here. I just turned it upside down. We're going to add more adhesive here. Here, right around the perimeter. And then this one, we are going to tip as well. So I've got a little bit of this sticking out over here and over here, just for some fun. All right. So far, so good, right? Remember that corrugated piece that I made that we had let dry? Before you joined me, I went ahead and used Terran tape on the back side of this. That's this stuff. Love this. You literally lay it down and you put your fingernail there and you tear. You don't even need to gunk up your scissors. I like to use this on these deep impression embossing folders because these little hills and valleys are difficult to get your regular adhesive in. Very important that you burnish or you rub that paper backing into the cardstock. Otherwise, when you go to pull off that paper backing, it's all going to come off together. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove that. And I'm sorry that you got to watch this, but I couldn't do this ahead of time unless I used my silicone craft sheet. And I think I need like a lot more of these silicone craft sheets. Some of you have been telling me you wish that Stampin' Up! Made that silicone craft sheet a lot bigger, and I am right there with you. We have asked them. They haven't said no, so we can be hopeful. All right, so there we go. We've got our paper here. This piece now is going to get layered over these pieces in a kind of a funky, fun way. I'm just going to kind of lay it like this, more on an angle. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to rub from the back. You guys are not talking to me because I'm watching your comments and nobody is saying a word. Everybody is quiet. All right, so far so good. The next thing I'm going to do is I got my little Frankenstein here and I'm going to flip that over. That's the sign of really good paper. You want that bleeding, and thick Whisper White cardstock is the paper that you want to use. Don't use the other stuff. You're going to notice that it's going to blend so much easier on this better paper. And love that bright color. Thank you for talking to me, Megan. You're going to find it blends better and you're going to have a more vibrant tone. Have you guys used your Take Your Pick tool like this yet? Gosh, I love this thing. Can't live without it. And I'm so engrossed in what you're doing. You're in awe. You guys are so cute. You're good cheerleaders. I love you all. All right. And then I'm going to tack this off to the side. You know what? Sometimes we want to make everything in the middle, don't we? And I say, don't do that. Just be a little risky. Do you remember that greeting that we stamped? That's here. Let's go ahead and attach that. But I'm going to give you an important tip. Remember, this side is going to be here and this side's going to be here. And you might notice that there might be an elevation difference because this is already raised up and this is a little bit lower. So what I want you to do is I want you to use your silicone craft sheet. And on this side, we're going to add adhesive. Look at Megan's typing something. Show us how you're taking the backs off with the tool. I tried that last week and it didn't work for me. Oh my gosh, it took practice. Okay, I'll show you how. And Patty is saying, I like how you tip the pieces at an angle. Oh, good. Katie says, can you use blends on regular Whisper White or do you need the thick? Katie, you can use them on regular Whisper White, but you're going to find the colors are way better on the thick. So splurge, get yourself one package and you will totally see the difference. All right, take your pick tool. Watch, you got to have a little wrist action here and then pick it up. It takes practice. It literally took me 3 or 4 days before I got the hang of it. But I love that I can get about 3 or 4 of these off. They're all wrangled right on top of here, and it's easy for me to throw them away. Okay, now here comes my little guy. We're going to add our greeting off to this side. So we got a little visual interest here, right? This dimensional, and this is flat, has compensated for that elevation. Last thing you want is your card to be all wonky. Ruth is asking, I like the layout of this card. Yes, I certainly can use this design for different cards. You absolutely can, but we're not done. We're not done. Okay. Did you guys buy these little wiggly eyes or googly eyes? What are they calling them? They're in different colors. Oh my gosh, wouldn't this be fun for some of those little expression stamps like you got, the ones from Celebration with the frog? Oh my gosh, I love them. Different colors. Way, way fun. Well, I'm not going to pick through those while you're all watching. I already did that in advance. All right, so I've got 2 white ones here, and you're going to use your glue dots. And I've got my take your pick tool. Here's my little putty tip. Look at it. I don't know if you guys are going to notice this or not, but this one, watch. You see it? It's bigger. And look at this. This one here is smaller. I know you're probably thinking, say what? You got to experiment, friends. This is half the fun. Bigger eye, smaller eye. So why not? Let's go for it, right? And then here's the small one. Let's pick that one up. You got to love those glue dots, right? And we've got them here. Oh my gosh, Squeal, is that face not stinking adorable? Oh my gosh. You're welcome, Megan. I'm happy to show you anything you want to know. All right. But as far as I'm concerned, this was the topper. Stapler. I know you see this and you're like, say what? Many years ago we sold it. We don't sell it anymore. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Work with me, all right? I know some of you are thinking, oh no, I'm not going to like this. Yeah, you are, because it's going to be so cool when we're done. Watch. And then I'm going to add 2 more here. Does that just not lend credence to those little stitches in Frankenstein's neck? Isn't this fun? Now, obviously, you can eliminate those if you don't like it, but I just think that is adorable. Isn't he cute? Look at that wiggly face. Look at those eyes. Isn't that fun? Okay, I'm reading your comments. Anne's got a smiley face. Megan is saying, if you use the blends on Whisper White, make sure to protect your surface. Oh, yeah, they'll bleed right through. Thick Whisper White cardstock, you will not be sorry. I promise you, friends, you will thank me. A huge difference in coloring on the thick versus the regular. You're going to see the colors are more vibrant, easier to blend too. Isn't that cute? All right. Now, if those of you are with us for the first time, don't know this, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have 3 more cards using this stamp set to share with you. Not only will I show them to you now, but you're going to have them in a PDF tutorial, which of course I can't post to Facebook. So what I'm going to do at the end of tonight's video, down in the video description below, so if you were to look at your screen, there's a little area that I can type comment to you, okay? Sometimes it says show more and you can click on it and there's a lot more stuff there. I'm going to put the link to the tutorials there until I can get Facebook figured out. Anne is asking a question. I am not a Halloween person, but that card is adorable. I know. Look at that face. Isn't that cute? You know, one of the other things you can do, oh, you know, I'm not giving it away. Let me just show you. All right. Remember, copy the layouts. If you don't like the stamp set, copy the layouts. You can always glean something. Megan, you're a riot. Megan said something. Change the sentiment. It could be great for Get Well. That's funny, Megan. I like that. Did you guys love the eyes? Don't you think, Zombie? Okay, so here we go. Next one. You're going to get the tutorials for all these cards. You're going to get pictures, multiple pictures of each card and step-by-step instructions, you know, all that good stuff. All right, so here's my little werewolf guy. My nephew's going to love this. Do you guys see how I use this die? Yep, that's the stitched nested label dies. That is a mouthful. And in the tutorial, I show you how to do this. Okay, so you've got 2 here. All right, and then we've got 1 more guy here. You're not going to believe how they got those polka dots. Are you ready? I used a pencil eraser, a brand new pencil eraser. So it's nice and flat, and I dipped it in my ink pad. I literally cleaned it on my chamois or your scrub, whichever works, and then I dipped it in another color. Then I started with the lightest color first and then went darker, but isn't that cute? All right, last but not least, for those of you that think the stamp set's only for Halloween, here we go. How about a cute birthday card? This little guy reminds me from the Monsters, Inc. Do you guys remember? Is that a Pixar movie? I think it is. But isn't that adorable? Really cute birthday card. My little nephews will just eat this up. They'll just think that's fantastic. So there you go. You've got 4 cards using the Boo to You stamp set. You'll get the tutorials for all of these, cutting dimensions, supplies, the whole bit, making it super easy for you to recreate these layouts at home. I want to call your attention to this. Do you guys see this? Look, isn't that neat? I added the designer paper just along that edge. corner around it, just those. Isn't that fun? So fun. Again, the layouts are amazing. Anne says, I'm tempting you. Well, I hope so, because you know what? I think that this little set is really, really cute, and I think you can use it well beyond Halloween, especially this little guy. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around. Let's do some more prizes. Here we go. My fingers are too big. It just didn't want to do what I wanted it to do. Okay, I'm back. Hi. Is this a 4x4 square? This is I think it's either, you have to understand, I made this 2 months ago. I think it's either 4x4 or 4 1/4. I have to look. I don't remember. It's one of the two. Yes, it's smaller than the other ones. You like them? How cute are these cards? Ideas are great. Good, 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 good. You know, I love to share with you ideas that you may not think of. And I like to take a stamp set and come up with amazing layouts and ideas that you just might not think of intuitively. So you guys like the cards? Oh, wonderful. Katie says you could use paper punch to make circles. Oh, we absolutely can. Absolutely can. Thousands of ideas, tons of ideas. So choose these layouts and use different stamp sets, and you've got all kinds of great ideas. All right, let's do another prize patrol. Let's see what I've gotten here. Got my list with all your names. I got to reach over here and grab a prize. Hold on. Hold on. I got all kinds of good stuff in here. I just got to find them. It's buried in my little box thing. All right, what do I have? Oh, here, I got something cool. How about a pair of brand new paper snips? How many of you will buy embellishments and paper before you ever buy a new pair of scissors? And oh my gosh, we need these. Love them. They come with a protective travel cap on them. Those are part of the catalog products. Got your names. Got the prize pin. Okay, I'm shaking it up. And let's see what number it is. I'm looking. I'm not looking. Okay, and the number is number 56. All right, let's see who number 56 is. Is it on the front? It is. And it's right here, and it's in blue, so that means she's not on Facebook, which really doesn't matter tonight. But it's Linda Smith. Congratulations, Linda. You are the winner of the brand new paper snips. Patty is saying, since she's not into Halloween, I like the last one. Gives me an idea to use with other papers. Good. I'm glad. I'm hoping at least the layouts that I shared with you, you can use them on other projects. At least the numbers are not backwards. Yep. Don't you love that? YouTube's got it going on, friends. I love YouTube way more than Facebook. It is not glitchy. You have a better connection 9 times out of 10. For Patty, you can get closed caption if you want it. Some people tell me, oh, I watch you on the television. I don't know why you would want me that big, but okay. A lot of people really enjoy it better because the picture is better and the sound is better. Facebook, I'm just not happy with them right now. We'll just go with that. All right, I've got more for you. I've got another demonstration. I know you want to see it. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to stamp again. Here we go. Isn't this fun? It's just like stamping with your friends. Okay, I'm going to move this out. And now I got to clean up my mess because I got to move my stuff around. All right. Okay. I moved out way too far. Here we go. I get a little carried away with that pinching button. Okay. Anne saying congrats to Linda. Congrats, Linda. Ruth says me. At least numbers aren't backwards. I know. Don't you love that YouTube is not backwards? Okay. Hold on. I got to switch my little buckets and little supplies around. Got to take out these stamps. And to bring in some new stamps. And no, I'm not going to show you because that takes all the fun out of it. You just get to see my arm. I got another one in here somewhere. Okay, move that one over here. All right, I got some other stuff I got to take out. Hold on. This is quite a process. If you were here with me, you'd be like, holy smokes, you go through all that? I'm like, yep, and isn't it fun? Okay, this is a really kind of fun fold. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. I got some supplies here. Let me pull everything out. All right, the first thing we're going to do, okay, 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it. We're in half. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an opening on this card. And where is my punch? Here it is. I've got the 2-inch circle punch. I know you're getting the reflection. Sorry. I'm opening up the card base. Okay, here's my crease. I'm coming in as far as I can go. Do you see that? And I am going to punch. So I'm going to leave a little room here at the top. Punch. We're not going to need this, so save that for another project. All right, so now we've got an opening. I'm going to set that off to the side. I'm going to use this exact same punch one more time. And I've got a piece of petal pink cardstock. And I'm going to go right in the middle here. We're not going to need that. We'll save that for another card. We're going to use the negative. And I've got the 2¼ inch circle punch here. And we're going to come up right underneath here. And I want you to see this. I am looking to do the very best that I can to create a ring around that original punch size. When you use this technique, make sure you always start with the smallest size first. So you have the opening and then the larger one around the outside. Now, if you were to do this with dies, you can actually nest them together on your Big Shot or your die cutting machine platform and die cut them one time. Nice and simple. All right, so there we go. We've got our little ring. You're probably thinking, oh, what are you going to do with that? I'll show you. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in the silicone craft sheet here. And I'm going to add some designer series paper near the bottom. You guys probably recognize this. Isn't this Magnolia paper just splendid? I love it. Gorgeous. Double-sided, so you've got lots of options. All right, Katie said something cool and I missed it. I got to scroll back up. Katie, wow, never thought of that. Oh, darn. Oh, Katie, say it again. Jean, Katie said something cool and I missed it. Darn, I missed it. Okay, well, you guys will tell me. I'm adding adhesive. This is the hard part about when you're live, trying to read all the comments. Now you know why Megan is such a blessing, right? This is going to go right down here at the very, very bottom of the card base. I can already see something that's going to make me mad. Do you guys see it? Let's see who can point it out. Do you see how I cut this paper? Look at how I'm a smidgen off. Does that not just irritate the crumb out of you? All right. Does this ever happen to anyone else? All right. So do you want me to show you what I do? All right. We're going to pretend that you're just right here with me in the stamp room because you are. I'm bringing in my paper trimmer and we're going to give this a haircut because I cannot stand that. That makes me insane. So my husband jokes with me and he was like, you are so particular. And I'm like, heck yeah. Why do you think I make cards? I want to make sure that it's right. There we go. We just gave it a little haircut. Everything looks good now. Oh, good. Megan does it too. I don't feel so bad. I don't know why. Sometimes I guess I'm in a hurry and I don't cut it even. Jean says, yes, take a black magic marker and draw a line down the side. I like that, Jean. That was a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? All right, next step. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to open this up. Remember our ring? Well, we're going to reinforce this here. Now, I would typically use liquid glue, but I got the ceiling fan on high because of the alcohol markers we just used. And I got my silicone craft sheet. So we're cheating because you're all with me. We're saving time. Because I've got the silicone craft sheet, adhesive will not stick to it. So I'm going to come just right around my little circle. All right, this is kind of like a little cheat method. And I'm going right around my little circle here. All right. I definitely would use glue just because I know it would stick really well. And then this, I'll make sure I'm in your camera view. Yep. I'm lining it up the very best that I can to go around the inside circumference of that punch opening. Are you with me so far? Slick, huh? All right, next step, you need a pencil. Oh, good, Ruth's done it too. Oh, good, I feel much better. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your pencil and you're very lightly going to trace that circle opening. This is a plug for Bic because this is the best mechanical pencil in the world. They should really pay me royalties. The lead in this is very, very soft and the eraser rocks. So buy yourself some of these and then you will thank me, I promise. But I needed to know where that placement is so that I can go ahead and do my stamping because I want part of my image to come through the front of the card. All right, before we do that, let's go ahead and finish up the outside. I've got my Memento ink here once again, and I'm using the words, together is the perfect place to be. Great for anniversary, engagement, wedding, all that other good stuff. Even, how about I miss you? All right, tell me if this is straight. You know, if it's always messed up, I send it to my mother. She'll take anything. Well, it's not perfect. It's not horrible, but it's not perfect. All right, pencil mark is there. I am using the stamp set called Silhouette Scenes. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but this is offered as a bundle. And I bought it and I have fallen in love with that. Wait until you see all these other cards, okay? Here are the dies that go with it. And you're probably thinking, you're kidding, those go together? Well, yeah, because they do double duty. I love that you get some beautiful script words. Love the tree. Wait till I show you. And look at this cool flower. All right, so just store that in your mind for right now. I'll show you more. I chose to pull out this very large image of the couple because I wanted to make an anniversary card. I noticed too, because I have arthritis in my joints. I don't know if you guys know that. I have what they call basal joint osteoarthritis, and sometimes it's super, super painful. Can you probably see it how a little bit swollen here compared to this one? Probably not, but it's swollen. Sometimes it turns black and blue. So pinching and pulling with these two fingers is really painful sometimes. And especially with these larger stamps, I got to do a lot of pressing. So I'm cheating and I'm using my Pierce mat. If you don't have the Pierce mat, get it. You'll absolutely love it. It's a one-time buy. That's all you need. But this is going to help me get a better impression on super big solid stamps. I don't necessarily need them for my background stamps, but I do like them for these types of images. So I'm going to turn that face up on my work surface because that's a very large stamp and I want to make sure that I don't miss an area when I ink it up. So here we go. Now you guys are all quiet again. It's always making me nervous when you're quiet. I'm like, are they there? Are they there? Is anybody with me? All right, we're inking this up. There we go. I got it good. I'm coming in here. Do you absolutely, have you noticed? It's horizontal instead of vertical because I can't do anything straight. I'm working inside the circle. Let's see if this is as straight as I can get it. I'm going to move it up. There we go. Lots of firm, even pressure. You want to trace out the design. Take your time. Oftentimes with these larger images, even if they're solid or outlined, we expect sometimes to go too quickly, and then we wonder why we don't have a good impression or we don't have a good image. All right, there we go. So we've got a really pretty image. Do you guys see this? I told it was going to be like, we're here. Look at, you see that little white speck there? You know what that is? That was obviously a piece of lint or scrap or something that was on the stamp, transferred to the ink pad, so it leaves what we call an omitted mark. And as Jean would say, take your black marker and fill it in, and that's exactly what I'll do. This then will get cleaned right off camera on my scrub, which of course now is really good and dry because the ceiling fan, look at that. Do you guys love this? You guys probably use the chamois at home, but here in the studio, I do so much stamping. It's insane, insane. Hi, Natalie. I'm glad that you're here. So I use a little bit of Stampin' Mist. The rest is tap water. And that just keeps my stamps nice and clean. My red rubber gets really nice and conditioned, and I love that stuff because I go through lots of water. This thing will get dried out before I ever get a chance to use it. All right, so we've got our little image here. Check it out. All right, let's add one more cool thing. Look at this beautiful ribbon. This is all part of the Magnolia suite as well. All right, Katie is asking, how do you keep ink from getting on the side of the stamp? Okay, great question, Katie. The biggest mistake stampers make when they ink their stamps is they do this. Don't rock your stamp. You want to stamp straight up and down. The other thing that's really, really important is you want to make sure that your ink pad is properly inked. If the ink pad is too wet or too dry, you have a habit of either pushing too firmly and that gets ink around the edges, or you have a tendency of rocking to try to create coverage. The other thing is try using your stamp upside down like I just showed you so that you can concentrate to make sure that it's solid. Then when you go to stamp the paper, don't rock. Because if you do rock and you have ink around those cut edges, it's going to transfer and give you what I call that silhouette or that outline around your images. It takes practice, but I promise you, if you don't rock when you ink it and you don't rock when you stamp, you're good. Make sure you're using the proper size block for your image, also very important. You know, some of the most important things in stamping are the very basics. Like, hello, get a good pair of scissors. Do you have glue dots? Do you have dimensionals? You need these things. Do you have a take your pick tool? Absolutely need that. Buy blocks in various sizes so that you can use your stamps properly and get the optimum image that you want from the products that you've purchased. We get all engrossed and excited over the things that we buy that we forget the fundamentals of the things that we need so that our projects look really good. So the ribbon's now gone through the inside of the card. You're not going to want to erase that trace circle until that's good and dry. I am now running this off to the side because that's where I want it, but it will not stay there to save your life. So we're going to do a card hack. I think you guys seen this before. I'm taking a glue dot. You see it here? I'm going to stick this where I want it, right there. It's not going to be pretty, but it doesn't matter. It's going to help to hold that ribbon in place. And I'm holding it like a cross, straight up and down. I then can adjust this, but at least it's going to help hold the tension. And then, well, now that I say that, you're all watching me. And then I'm going to come up and make a bow, and my head's super far away. Hey, when you get to be my age, your head has got to be on top of the paper to make life really easy. There we go. We got our bow. Pull it tight. You want the knot super, super tight. If the loops are not the size you want, then pinch or press on the knot and then adjust it by pulling the loose end of your ribbon, because then you can manipulate it and then retighten it. And that'll keep the tension for you. You can see I put that stinking glue down a little bit too high. It's because I stamped the words a little bit too high. All right, and it's haircut time. So we're going to come in here and give this a little haircut this way and a little haircut this way. All right, so very, very simple card. Okay, back to my Bic mechanical pencil. Love this. Ink is dry, and I can come right now and I can erase this. I'm telling you what, guys, you will thank me for this pencil. This thing is wonderful. I have sold more people on these pencils. I'm trying to get an affiliate job with Bic so they can pay me. There we go. Our circle is gone, and we got a really cute, simple card. Move this up a little bit. This one will go to my mom. All right, so here's the first card using this bundle of products, but I've got more for you. Here we go. Let me pull them out, and I'm just going to refresh your memory. Stamp set. Dies. Okay, here we go. Next card. I want you to see this. Can you see how she shimmers? Oh, I hope you can see this. There is glitter inside that embossing powder. Do you know that we sell shimmery glitter? Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? All right, I'm catching questions. Oh, my mom is here. Hi, Mom. I'm glad you're here. Mom is usually my Facebook Live assistant, but we had to move over to YouTube. So Mom's here. I'm glad you're here, Mom. Ruth, oh, so pretty. Another super idea, punching out the circle with the border. Good. Anne is asking, Lisa, do you have an alternate idea for the ribbon so to be a bit more masculine? Yes, I just did a video, Anne. I think it was a week or two ago on 4 ways to tie ribbon. And one of them was a single loop bow. Make sure, head over here to my YouTube channel and you'll see it. It's a big graphic image that says 4 ways to tie your ribbon or make a bow or something. Watch it. You're going to love that. And then Patty says, this is such a beautiful card. I like the way that you made the circle with the print. Oh, I'm so glad. All right. So shimmery embossing powder. Do you see the tree? I only used part of it because you can see how large it is. Look. But isn't that stunning? It die cuts beautiful. Okay, good. You'll watch it. Very good. If you can't find it, holler at me. I'll send you a link over email. So all I did was I put it on. This is designer series paper. This paper has coordinating designer paper. I'm sorry, this stamp set has coordinating designer paper. Check it out. Nobody pays attention to this paper, so I have to show it to you because I am loving it. It's right here. Look at the bottom. Look at this paper. It's wild, it's bright, and most people go, egads, that's horrible. Great for birthday cards. And look at, do you guys see this right here? See this paper? That's this. That creates the most gorgeous sunset background, doesn't it? And all I did was I stamped this in Versamark, put that sparkly embossing powder over the top, die cut the tree, trim off the excess. Super, super simple. Okay, so that's 2 so far. All right. I think this one might be my favorite. This is a smaller card. This is 4x4 for sure. This is that flowery, like dandelion die that's part of this right here. And all I did was glue it down on some of that designer series paper. This is the Perennial Essence paper, I think. You see the words? Look at the bling. Can't resist. That word in inspire is inside here. Love it. And I did this from the foil. This is the Noble Peacock foil. Super easy, made a negative frame. You're getting the tutorial for all these, step-by-step instructions, pictures, the whole bit. Last but not least, I think this is my next favorite. Look at this. Simplistic, simplistic. White embossing powder on colored panels, simple greeting, done. Life was meant for good friends and great adventures. Don't you love that? Super fun. I'm telling you, if you haven't looked at this bundle in the catalog, you need to give this a second look. Which one of these is your favorite? All right, Mom said something. Oh, Mom will take it. So Mom, you'll take my Boops card. Look at that. I'm bringing it with me, Mom. And let's see. Anne said, the video is saved, just haven't watched it yet. Okay, very good. Which one's your favorite? I would love to know. Love to know. And this is called Silhouette Scenes, and this is the bundle. Remember, bundles save you 10%. Don't buy one without the other. You will always kick yourself, I promise, because I've done that and I've gone back and I'm like, darn it all, I should have gotten it. I didn't think I wanted it. They go together for a reason, so you won't be sorry. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around because we got more prizes. Here we go. And now I can read your comments. I like them all, but my favorite is, hold on, I missed it. The little girl on the swing. Who said that? That was Lori. Hi, Lori. Little girl on the swing. Okay. And Megan says the girl on the swing. Anne loves the cards. I'm glad. I gotta look at my iPad. Some of them come up too fast. I like the couple card. Okay, that was for Anne. Good anniversary card, isn't it? Just a fun kind of fold. Yes, Mom, liking the card also. The little girl on the swing is also sweet. Okay, good. All right. Well, you like them. I'm telling you what, it's really a fun bundle, and I hope that you'll give it a try. Susan says, my favorite is the 3 children together. I know, I love the colors. Jean says, all of them, she can't choose. Oh, wow. I love when I have a home run. That never happens. Well, thank you, guys. I love the encouragement. All right. So let's do this. Don't go away. I got more stuff to share with you. One thing about Live with Lisa, you get a lot of preview privileges in addition to, of course, tutorials and all these cool stuff that I don't share anywhere else. But let's just give away some more prizes. Okay, so hold on. Let me see what else I got in my little bag of tricks here. Oh, I know what I got. You guys are definitely going to want this. You want that shimmer black embossing powder I just used on that little swing card, right? Here it is. Megan says, do you think that the couple card would work with the Stampin' Ice or whatever it's called? Yes, but I think you need to use dark cardstock. Okay, so keep that in mind. So here is the black shimmer embossing powder. Ooh, good stuff. All your names. The Google Prize 10. Remember, I didn't choose these. Google did. You got to be mad at Google. All right. And the winner is number, wow, 55. Didn't we have another number before that that was similar? Yeah, 56. 55 goes to Linda Kuhn. I think you're here with me because I could have sworn I saw you comment. Linda, congratulations. You are the winner of this beautiful shimmer black embossing powder. Yay, Linda, congrats. I'll get that in the mail to you tomorrow. Look it this way. You know you're getting your right prize. That's just a great tip there. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to share with you the card kit that's coming out in October. I'm super stoked about this kit. Oh, yes, you are here. I knew I saw you. Congratulations, Linda. You are very welcome, friend. So happy that you've won. You're going to love that powder. And then go buy the white because you'll want that one too, I promise. So let me do this. I'm going to turn the camera down. We're going to have to watch me clean up again. I told you it was going to be like you were here with me, and that I'm going to show you the cards. You guys are going to flip. Just buckle in. Here we go. All right, here we go. Turning you around again. It seems like all I do is turn the camera this way, turn the camera that way. And then I got to get you set up. Okay, let me move those in. Get one more quick look at those cards. Aren't they fun? Gotta love it. All right, let me move that off to the side. Switching totes again. Story of my life. We switch totes around so everything fits. Ooh. Okay, I got some other stuff here I want to show you later, so I want to make sure I put that off to the side. All right, the October card making kit is going to be centered around this. It's called the Cup of Christmas Bundle. I know you got some glare there. Here's the stamp set and the coordinating dies. Okay, I'm just going to go on record and tell you that in addition to the Harvest Hellos, which is in the holiday catalog, okay, I'm just going to point this out because people, if you have not gotten this, you need to. I'm just going to tell you, fair warning, you're going to see stuff with this. You're going to want this. This is fantastic. I know you're probably thinking, I don't like it. That's what I said too. Had a ball with it, could have kept going. Same with this one. Definitely my 2 favorites in the entire holiday catalog. I mean, there's other things I like, but these I came up with endless ideas for. This stamp set is very unique. And if you watched me live on YouTube here on Monday, when I did the regular live public, I told you that the stamp set is reversible. So this is a patent pending design that Stampin' Up! Has come out with. Now I know that looks pink, and I'll show you why, because I used red ink, and that just dyes the photopolymer. Doesn't affect its use. But you literally can put this on your clear block in either direction. So the cup handle can go this way or it can go this way. And there are dies to cut them in both directions. Squeal, love, love, love this. I have had a blast. You want to be with me live on October 9th. Mark your calendar right now, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. because you are not going to believe what I'm making with this. Megan already knows. She saw it. Okay, here are the cards for the October card kit. And I want to make sure that you understand that if you want your cards to look exactly like mine, there will be a list over on my website on October 9th of all the products that I used. Keep in mind, you can substitute with what you have at home. My kit will include the free pre-cut cardstock and designer series paper. It's going to include some vellum, the tutorial with step-by-step instructions and multiple pictures for each of the 4 different designs, but you'll make 8 cards, 2 of each. You're also going to get a video to stamp right along with me from home, so there's no guesswork, just like this, very informal. We stamp together, you watch, we stamp, you watch, we stamp. And you automatically get live with Lisa. Yes, that's always a good thing. All right, so let me get started. I'm going to put these in a different order. So the very first card I'm going to share with you is this one. So you'll make 2 of this design here. You're going to get the designer paper. You're going to get the punched pieces. So I'll give you the scalloped and I will give you the circles. You're going to do all the die cutting from home. I make it super easy for you. I mean, super easy. You stamp right alongside with me. I'm going to give you tons of tips. This uses red ink and this is basic gray because I thought the black was too harsh. I use some red rhinestones. Remember, use what you have at home if you don't want to buy everything, but you'll want this bundle. Okay, second card is this one. I've got 2 different patterns here. So look at the cups going in both directions. Hi, Norma. I'm glad that you came. You can come when we're all done and watch the replay. It'll be here for you. So you didn't miss anything. You can always go back. Look at the detail from these dies. The dies do all the work, and I'm here to tell you it's super simple. All right, so we've got a little stitch rectangle here. I'm going to include that. Isn't this bright and cheerful? Looks like Christmas, doesn't it? So 2 of these, 2 of these. Okay, but then I looked at this and I said, all right, I want you to buy this and I want to show you how awesome it is. And I'm going to have you make cards that are not just Christmas. So you ready? Okay, strap in. Here we go. Here's another one. Enjoy. Who doesn't love hot cocoa or tea or coffee? This could be any type of card. It could be get well, it could be birthday, it could be thinking of you, anniversary. So you'll make 2 of those. Cute and simple. I got so many tips for you in the video. You're going to love that. Look at that bow. It's part of the dies. Isn't that adorable? Okay, got to love the bling. So you'll need bling. I'm going to give you the stitched vellum. I'll give you that. I'll give you the cardstock. All right, so that's 6 cards. My last one is I thought, we need a masculine card because I struggle with those. So here we go. How about a birthday card? You're probably looking, going, what is that shiny stuff? This is the brand new mercury acetate that is in the holiday catalog. And chances are you completely missed it. But this stuff is slick. You're going to love it. Now, if you want the dots, you'll have to order those or use what you have at home. I did use an alternate greeting from another stamp set because the birthday is not part of this. Remember, this is a Christmas set, but I think you guys got some other words you can use. But a great masculine card and a great way to use your coffee cups in a different way. This stamp set and these dies, oh, it's a killer. I'm telling you, you are going to love the October kit. Now, let me turn the camera around. Let me give you some dates, and I've got some other cool stuff to share with you. I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we've been together almost an hour already. Where did that go? All right, so the October kit, I'm looking at my calendar so I get this right. The ordering period is only for 4 days. So it's October 9th through October 12th only. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's it. You have to use an exclusive card making kit host code. And please remember, if you use that host code for the card kit, your gift is the card kit. You cannot double dip and try to get the free product gift list. I can't afford to do both. I really wish I could, maybe someday, but I can't. I really can't. So if you use the exclusive card making kit host code, you'll get the free pre-cut supplies, you'll get the video, you'll get the tutorials, and you'll get the live with Lisa for October. Okay. I have a promised mail date for this kit no later than October 19th. And I can guarantee you it's probably going to be sooner than that. I usually get my kits out right away because I know you guys are excited to get them. Some of you tell me you get your kits before you even get your Stampin' Up! Products. So remember, you're going to order whatever you want. But if you want to use the stamp set, you're going to want to order the Cup of Christmas bundle from the holiday catalog. And then you can substitute with colors and things at home with what you have or order exactly what I've got. The entire list of the supplies I've used to create these cards, if you want them identical, will be on my website at lisastampstudio.com on October 9th. Okay, we're good. I want you to have this card kit with me. Squeal, you're going to love it, I promise. It is by far one of my favorites. Love. Okay, so I've got some really exciting news for you. Are you ready? Okay, I mean, like two really exciting things. Okay, the first is, let me grab it because I want to show you. I know some of you have told me for the longest time, when is the Purple Posy ink pad going to be available? Guess what? It's available today. I couldn't get on the VIP Facebook page to tell you because I can't get on Facebook right now, but it is available. You're going to want to order the pad, get your refill, get all your coordinating products. It is finally in stock and ready for you. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, let me just tell you that when this in color came out in June, there was an ink pad formulation problem with it. Stampin' Up! Immediately recalled it. So they've been working with the vendor to get the color right because when it dried, it was drying in a really wonky shade. It wasn't drying like this. So after 5 attempts, they finally got it right. And the manufacturer goes, here, is this better? And Stampin' Up! Was like, yes, you nailed it. So it is now available. The Purple Posy ink and stamp pad can now be ordered. It sure can, Katie. I was just reading your comment. So grab it. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful color. I know Susan's been waiting for that. I knew that you would like that announcement, Susan. So go over and place your order. Don't forget to use the current host code, okay? All right, so that's the Purple Posy. And the second thing is I'm swearing you to secrecy. So this is Stamper's Honor. Okay, everybody kind of do that. Stamper's Honor. An announcement is going to be made on Tuesday. But since we are together and it's audible, okay, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to reach for it. I'm going to reach for the old one and tell you that this is not it, but there is a new one. And it's coming out for demonstrators on October 1st. So you guys know the whole debacle with the trimmer, right? Stampin' Up! Discontinued it, and it was a manufacturing issue because of the blades. We had noticed over the last year that the blades weren't lasting as long as they had been, specifically for us demonstrators who cut so often. I mean, this is like a workhorse here. And so Stampin' Up! Was like, hey, manufacturer, what's going on with the blades? And they were like, whoa, we're not making any money with these trimmers anymore because we're hand sharpening those blades. And Stampin' Up! Was like, say what? What are we in the Stone Ages? And they're like, no, we're hand sharpening them because they're super, super tiny. I don't know if you guys ever look, but look at how little that blade is. Can you even see it? It's right there. They were hand sharpening them. And they basically said to Stampin' Up, we don't want to do this anymore. We're canceling the contract literally without notice. Stampin' Up went into a little bit of a panic mode, I am certain, and scrambled to try to find another company who'd be willing to make blades for that exact same trimmer to no avail. The price was astronomical. So what they've done now is they've reformulated the trimmer and found a new manufacturer, and it is ready for demonstrators to pre-order. Now, I don't know when it's going to be available for you yet, but hang tight. Let me explain. I used the new trimmer on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip when I was in Greece in July, and I'm going to tell you it is a slick. It looks very similar to this. I have a picture going up on the VIP Facebook page on Tuesday, so you can actually see it. We can actually tell you and let you see it on the 1st, when demonstrators can pre-order. They want to make sure that there's going to be enough in stock before they make it live for you as a customer. They don't want you to be frustrated with back orders. So they want to see how many sell in the demonstrator pre-order. So they order enough so that when it goes live for you, that you can get it. Okay. So slightly wider than this. This doesn't buckle anymore. It's flat along the side. It will extend past the whole 12 inches. Still has a clear cutting guide. This is still protected. There's still a scoring blade and a cutting blade. But these now are bigger and the blade is larger. Now, let me tell you, when they gave it to demonstrators on the cruise, I was one of the first people that day to come out and try it. So they had a ton of scrap part stock, and I'm cutting and I'm scoring, I'm cutting and scoring. And I thought, oh, this is really nice. It works great. But I'm coming back on day 7 of this cruise, and I'm using this thing again, and I want to see how sharp that blade is. So I went back on day 7. Now, let's keep in mind that the cruise comprised almost 1,000 Stampin' Up! Demonstrators and their families. So that was the demonstrators who earned the trip. Susan, I'll tell you in one sec. And all their families. And we were cutting and scoring all week making this thing like insane. We wanted to see how well those blades lasted. And sure enough, it was as sharp on day 7 for me as it was on day 1. You ready for the price? $25. Oh my gosh, it's a steal. And you're going to get a refill pack of blades for $12. I want to say there were 4 in there. 3 or 4, I can't remember. But it is amazing. If you are interested in getting it in October, you can put it as part of your starter kit if you want to build a custom starter kit and join my stamping team. Yes, it makes you a demonstrator. It's okay. Don't freak out by the word. Vast majority of the people on my stamping team are actually hobby stampers like yourself, and they just want to be able to buy Stampin' Up! Products as a discount. In October, if you purchase the custom starter kit in October, you have clear until April 30th of 2020 to use the 20% demonstrator discount on a trial run. Yep. Lots more details on my website under the custom starter kit underneath the shop button. But I'm going to tell you what, it's just a great deal. So yay, yay. Katie, thank you. Yes, 4. I don't know how you knew that, Katie, but you're awesome. Thank you. You must have seen it somewhere else. So 4 blades in the package for $12, which I think is a great price. And I'm going to tell you right now, those blades are going to last you eons. If they can cut more than 2 and 3,000 in a 7-day period, you guys will have absolutely no problem at all. I am super excited, and I cannot wait to order mine on Tuesday of next week. All right, last thing I want to tell you about are a couple things I don't want you to miss out on. Number 1, I told you about the purple posy, the trimmer. Number 1 is paper pumpkin. Now, check this out. The October and the November kits are amazing. Okay. October, you're going to get 10 full-size greeting cards with envelopes, beautiful winter scenes. You're going to love it. And in November, there's 24 gift tags with varying designs and sizes. You don't have to buy one to get the other. Okay. Even though they kind of coordinate, you can do the paper pumpkin kit individually. The stamp set that comes in each one of these is different. It includes an ink spot, pre-cut, ready to go. I don't know about you, but I'm super busy as we get closer to the holidays, and I'm looking for quick cards and quick tags, and this is the way to go. $22 includes the shipping, comes right to your mailbox. You can cancel or suspend at any time. You have to sign up for Paper Pumpkin before the 10th of the month. And you can do that over at my website at lisastampstudio.com. Now, Lori had a question. Do you have to order a certain amount of product per month? You have absolutely no obligation through the end of April 2020. If you have spent $300 within that period, let's just say October to March, because that's truly the quarters, you'll automatically roll over for the next quarter, April, May, and June. All that's on my website. If you don't have it by the end of March, they give you a whole nother month, which is why you get April as well. Otherwise, you just go back to being a customer. It's a great deal. Susan said she's suspended for October and she'll start again, and it'll start again on its own. That's a good question. I have to go check. I have never suspended. I think, did you choose suspend for 1 month, Susan? Because if you did, then I think it'll automatically regenerate. So check on that on your Paper Pumpkin account, and I will do my best to remember that when we're done here. Last but not least, the buy 3, get 1 free designer series paper promotion ends on Monday. So if you haven't bought your designer series paper from the annual catalog and you really want it, make sure you do it before Monday and make sure you use the current host code. Okay, so you can get my rewards. So that's kind of the update on what's going on. Susan says, I think so, but I don't remember. And you know what, Susan, I really don't remember. I would be lying if I said I did, so I'd have to check. Okay, Jean said something I missed. Jean says, yes, it will. Thank you, Jean. Jean, you're scoring big with me today, friend. Thank you. Thank you for that. Last but not least, 2 things. I'll be live on YouTube using this. You're not going to want to miss my fun fold card. Okay. That's going to be on Wednesday, October 9th. I don't even know where the days are going anymore. It's going by so fast. And then Live with Lisa for October will be the 24th. We usually do it later, but it would typically fall on Halloween. And our neighborhood does a big block party, and it's a great time for us to mingle with our neighbors. So we want to be there. So Live with Lisa for October will be October 24th. And all you need is a $25 product order using the host code to be able to enjoy Live with Lisa, or the card making kit order using that exclusive host code. Okay. So I think that's it. But wait, I got one more prize. Hold on one second. I gotta dig it out. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Remember, I'm throwing in an extra goodie with your prize. All right, what do I have? I have the Perennial Essence Flower Centers. If you guys didn't get these, you are missing out. You want to talk about fuzzy and fun, and I know you all got stamps that have flowers on them. You'll love these. Already on a dimensional with a glue dot, you're set to go. All right, and here is your list. And then let me see what the last number is. I'm just going to pull it out. And the number is number 90. All right, let's see. Where is number 90? All the way here at the very bottom. Number 90 is Tina McBride. Congratulations, Tina. You are the winner of the Flower Centers. Where's my scotch tape? We'll make sure we don't lose who this goes to. Congratulations to you, Tina. I'll get those in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, that's it for tonight. But before you go, please, please know how much I appreciate you. I appreciate the opportunity to be your demonstrator. It is truly a privilege. I hope you feel loved and appreciated because you are absolutely loved and appreciated. And just so that you know, your names are household names at our house. Bob Builder knows every single one of your names. He's like, oh, yeah, I remember that name. Oh, yeah, I remember that name. You are appreciated. I give the rewards because I'm so thankful for your orders. You allow me to do what I absolutely love, and I love to inspire and share with you. And I hope that you know that. Thank you for your orders because your business keeps me in business. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And here's to the last few days of September. Go October as we reel into the holidays. If you don't have the current catalogs and you need them, all you have to do is shoot me an email. Head over to lisastampstudio.com, click on contact me, and then just fill out the form and it'll come to my inbox and we'll get you all taken care of. And you are so kind. Well, I love you all. I really, really do. You have no idea how much I absolutely love what I do, and you allow me to do that. So thank you. Don't make me get all choked up. So thank you. All right. I will see you guys soon. Mark your calendar to join me live on YouTube. That is Wednesday, October 9th for a new project. And of course, I got more videos coming up tomorrow, as a matter of fact. All right, guys. Thanks again. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.